The man known to history as Emperor Jahangir was born on the 31st of August 1569 in Fatehpur Sikri. Renowned for his love of justice, he famously installed the chain of justice at his court, allowing anyone to seek redress directly from the emperor. Although Jahangir was born into a world of privilege, his early life was marked by challenges and family dynamics that shaped his character. Born in 1569 as the son of Emperor Akbar and Empress Mariam-uz-Zamani, he grew up in the opulent court of the Mughal Empire. Yet his childhood wasn't merely a tale of luxury, it came with its own set of trials. Jahangir experienced the constant pressure of living up to his father's legacy, a formidable task for any heir. His relationship with his father was complex. Akbar, a formidable ruler, was deeply invested in his empire, often leaving Jahangir feeling overshadowed. The young prince found solace in his artistic pursuits. He developed a keen interest in painting and poetry, which would later influence his reign. The struggles he faced also included familial strife, particularly with his half-brothers, who contested his position in the line of succession. This rivalry fostered a competitive spirit in Jahangir, pushing him to assert himself. Moreover, Jahangir's formative years were marked by his mother's influence. Mariam-uz-Zamani provided him with a nurturing environment, teaching him compassion and diplomacy. This balance of authority and empathy would later define his rule. As Jahangir navigated the complexities of his early life, the path to his ascension was fraught with both opportunity and conflict. Born to the illustrious Mughal dynasty, he was the son of Emperor Akbar, whose reign marked a golden era in Indian history. Jahangir's journey to power began with a strong foundation laid by his father's policies and military conquests. However, he faced immense challenges, including rivalries within the royal family and the need to establish his own authority. In 1605, after Akbar's death, Jahangir claimed the throne amidst a tumultuous transformation. His ascension wasn't merely a ceremonial affair. He'd to quell dissent from other claimants, particularly his half-brother, who sought to undermine his rule. Jahangir's strategic alliances and decisive actions helped solidify his position. He deftly navigated the political landscape, utilizing both diplomacy and military force when necessary. Jahangir's reign was marked by a desire to continue his father's legacy while also carving out his own identity as a ruler. He emphasized justice and was known for his interest in the arts, culture, and architecture. His rule saw the continuations of Mughal expansion, but it also faced challenges including internal strife and external threats. Jahangir's relationship with Akbar profoundly shaped his approach to leadership and governance. As the son of Akbar, Jahangir grew up under the influence of one of the most revered rulers in Mughal history. Akbar's policies, particularly his emphasis on religious tolerance and administrative reforms, left a lasting impression on Jahangir. He admired Akbar's ability to unite a diverse empire and often sought to emulate his father's methods. Despite their close bond, Jahangir's relationship with Akbar was complex. Jahangir inherited his father's vision, but often struggled with the weight of expectations. While he respected Akbar's legacy, he also sought to carve out his own identity as a ruler. This desire led him to adopt a more personal approach to governance, allowing him to connect with his subjects on a different level. He focused on the arts, culture, and a more indulgent lifestyle, areas where he felt he could assert his individuality. Moreover, Jahangir's relationship with Akbar influenced his views on succession and authority. He recognized the importance of a stable lineage and aimed to maintain the unity Akbar had established. Still, he faced challenges, including tensions within the court and differing opinions on governance. While maneuvering through the complexities of his reign, Jahangir's marriages and family dynamics played an essential role in shaping his rule. He married several times, with his first and most prominent wife being Noor Jahan, who profoundly influenced both his personal life and governance. Their partnership was a blend of love and political strategy, as Noor Jahan held significant power and often acted as a co-sovereign. Her intelligence and political acumen allowed her to shape policies, making her one of the most influential women in Mughal history. Jahangir's relationship with his children also impacted his rule. He'd numerous offspring, but his bond with his son Shah Jahan stood out. Jahangir's sometimes tumultuous relationship with his heirs led to internal strife within the royal family. Despite the love he'd for his children, he struggled with favoritism and the challenges of succession. Additionally, Jahangir's marriages weren't solely driven by love, but were often strategic alliances that strengthened his political standing. His unions with various royal families helped to consolidate power and maintain stability within the empire. The dynamics of his family life, characterized by love, rivalry, and ambition, reflected the intricate social fabric of the Mughal court. During his reign from 1605 to 1627, Jahangir navigated a complex political landscape that marked a significant era in Mughal history. He inherited a vast empire from his father, Akbar, and faced the challenge of maintaining stability amid internal and external pressures. Jahangir's rule was characterized by a blend of continuity and change as he sought to balance the imperial legacy with his own vision. One of Jahangir's major concerns was managing the diverse religious and cultural landscape of his empire. He upheld Akbar's policy of religious tolerance, but also showed favoritism towards certain groups, particularly the Persian influence. This approach led to both support and discontent among various factions within the empire. His administration emphasized diplomacy, often employing marriage alliances to strengthen ties with influential families. Jahangir also dealt with significant rebellions and challenges to his authority. His relationship with his son, Khusrau, exemplified the intense power struggles within the royal family. Despite tensions, Jahangir's reign saw the consolidation of Mughal authority, with successful military campaigns against the Rajputs and the Deccan Sultanates. Furthermore, Jahangir's encounters with European powers highlighted the empire's growing global significance. He maintained diplomatic relations with the British and the Portuguese, showcasing Mughal wealth and sophistication. As Jahangir embraced his role as emperor, he transformed the Mughal court into a vibrant center of artistic expression and cultural exchange. He understood the power of art in shaping identity and used it to reflect his vision of a magnificent empire. Jahangir's patronage attracted talented artists, poets, and craftsmen from across the region, creating a flourishing environment for creative pursuits. Under his guidance, painting reached new heights, characterized by intricate detail and vivid colors. Jahangir had a particular fondness for naturalism, which influenced the depiction of flora and fauna in art. He often commissioned works that showcased the beauty of the world around him, celebrating both the mundane and the extraordinary. His court became renowned for its miniature paintings, which captured the essence of Mughal life and landscapes. Jahangir also supported literature, encouraging poets to express their thoughts and emotions. He valued the fusion of Persian and Indian literary traditions, promoting a unique cultural synthesis. His interest in calligraphy and the written word further enriched the artistic landscape of his court. Moreover, Jahangir's love for architecture led to the construction of several significant monuments. One of his notable military efforts involved the Deccan region, where he sought to assert Mughal dominance over local kingdoms. He dispatched forces to confront the Ahmednagar Sultanate, ultimately leading to the annexation of its territories. This campaign not only expanded Mughal influence but also demonstrated Jahangir's commitment to his father's vision of a unified India. In addition to the Deccan, Jahangir dealt with challenges in the northwest, particularly from the rebellious Khokar tribes. He personally led expeditions against them, showcasing his tactical prowess. Through these campaigns, he aimed to secure trade routes and stabilize the frontier, which was vital for the empire's economic health. Jahangir also engaged in military expeditions in the Punjab region, addressing the ongoing threats from the Sikhs. While he aimed for a balance between military action and diplomacy, his campaigns were integral in establishing the Mughal presence in key areas. As Jahangir navigated the complexities of his reign, political intrigues often threatened to undermine his authority. His court, filled with ambitious nobles, became a hotbed of scheming and rivalry. Many courtiers sought to gain favor, manipulating circumstances to their advantage, often at the emperor's expense. The interplay of loyalty and betrayal created a charged atmosphere that required Jahangir's constant vigilance. One of the most notable intrigues involved his own son, Khusrau Mirza. Khusrau's aspirations for power led him to rebel against his father, forcing Jahangir to confront the painful reality of familial betrayal. The conflict not only strained their relationship, but also highlighted the fragility of Jahangir's rule. The internal strife within the royal family served as a stark reminder of the dangers posed by ambition. Additionally, Jahangir's relationship with his wife, Noor Jahan, added another layer to the political landscape. As the most powerful woman in the Mughal court, Noor Jahan wielded significant influence, often acting as a political advisor. Her involvement sometimes sparked jealousy and resentment among other nobles, leading to further intrigues. Jahangir had to navigate this treacherous terrain carefully, balancing his affection for Noor Jahan with the demands of maintaining order among his subjects. Through it all, Jahangir remained acutely aware that the loyalty of his advisors and nobles was tenuous, requiring him to employ both diplomacy and strength as he sought to secure his dynasty's legacy. Jahangir's reign was marked not only by political strife but also by his tumultuous struggle with addiction, particularly to opium and alcohol. His dependence on these substances greatly impacted his decision-making and governance. Jahangir indulged in opium, using it as a means to escape the pressures of ruling a vast empire. This addiction often clouded his judgment, leading to erratic behavior and neglect of state affairs. Alcohol played a similar role in his life, fueling both his creativity and his vices. While he hosted lavish feasts, the presence of wine often turned these celebrations into chaotic events. Friends and advisors noted that his drinking habits sometimes left him incapacitated during essential meetings or discussions, allowing others to manipulate situations to their advantage. Jahangir's addiction created a rift between him and his son, Khurram, who'd later become Emperor Shah Jahan. Khurram often attempted to steer his father away from excessive indulgence, hoping to restore discipline in the court. However, Jahangir's resistance to change only deepened the divide between them. Despite his struggles, Jahangir's addiction didn't prevent him from being a patron of the arts. His fascination with beauty and aesthetics persisted, yet it remained overshadowed by the turmoil wrought by his dependencies. Amid his struggles with addiction, Jahangir emerged as a significant patron of the arts, fostering a cultural renaissance within the Mughal Empire. His reign from 1605 to 1627 marked a period of remarkable artistic achievement and cultural flourishing. Jahangir held a deep appreciation for painting, and under his patronage, Mughal art reached new heights. He actively supported artists, encouraging them to explore diverse themes and techniques. Jahangir's court became a vibrant hub for painters, poets, and musicians. He commissioned numerous miniature paintings that depicted court life, nature, and mythology, blending Persian influences with Indian styles. One of his most notable contributions was the emphasis on naturalism in art, as he urged artists to capture the beauty of flora and fauna with intricate detail. His love for nature inspired the inclusion of vivid landscapes and accurate representations of animals in many artworks. In literature, Jahangir's patronage extended to poets who celebrated the beauty of love and nature. He himself wrote memoirs, providing insight into his thoughts and experiences which reflect a sophisticated literary culture. His interest in philosophy and spirituality also enriched Mughal intellectual life. Moreover, Jahangir's court welcomed diverse cultural influences, including Persian and Central Asian traditions, fostering a unique blend that defined Mughal identity. Through his dedication to the arts and culture, Jahangir left an enduring legacy that shaped the Mughal Empire's cultural landscape for generations to come. While Jahangir grappled with personal challenges, his reign witnessed significant architectural advancements that reflected the Mughal Empire's grandeur. Jahangir's passion for art and architecture led to the construction of numerous remarkable structures, many of which showcased the blend of Persian, Indian, and Islamic styles. One of his most notable contributions was the construction of the Shalimar Gardens in Lahore. This splendid garden, known for its terraced layout and intricate waterworks, served as a demonstration of Jahangir's love for nature and beauty. He designed the gardens to be both a retreat and a symbol of power, embodying the Mughal ideal of paradise on earth. In addition to the gardens, Jahangir commissioned the famous Jahangir Mahal in Fatehpur Sikri. This palace stands out with its ornate carvings and elaborate stucco work, illustrating the artistic finesse that characterized Jahangir's era. The architecture here emphasized symmetry and grandeur, reflecting the emperor's desire to leave a lasting legacy. Moreover, Jahangir's reign also saw the completion of the tomb of his beloved wife, Noor Jahan, in the form of the exquisite tomb at Shadara. This structure, adorned with delicate floral motifs and intricate inlay work, became a significant example of Mughal funerary architecture. Although the Mughal court was often a hub of political intrigue, it also served as a vibrant center of culture and artistic expression during Jahangir's reign. The emperor, known for his passion for the arts, surrounded himself with skilled painters, poets, and musicians, fostering an environment where creativity thrived. Artists like Ustad Mansur and Abul Hassan flourished under Jahangir's patronage, producing stunning miniatures that depicted both court life and nature. Jahangir's court was characterized by its elaborate ceremonies and festivities. The daily court sessions offered a platform for nobles to present their grievances and seek favors, but they also showcased the emperor's taste for opulence. Richly adorned with gems and fine fabrics, Jahangir himself became a symbol of luxury, with his attire reflecting the splendor of his reign. Moreover, court life involved intricate social dynamics. Nobles vied for the emperor's favor, often engaging in subtle games of power and loyalty. Women, especially Jahangir's beloved wife Noor Jahan, wielded significant influence behind the scenes, shaping decisions and policies. Jahangir's court also embraced diverse cultural traditions, as it included Persian, Indian, and Central Asian influences. As a result, the Mughal court became a melting pot of ideas, with debates on philosophy and literature taking place alongside artistic performances. As Jahangir sought to strengthen his empire, he understood the importance of maintaining diplomatic relations with neighboring powers. His reign marked a period of both engagement and conflict as he navigated the complex landscape of regional politics. Jahangir actively pursued alliances, particularly with the Safavid Empire in Persia. He recognized the significance of fostering good relations with Shah Abbas I, which often involved exchanging gifts and letters, and even arranging marriages between the two royal families. Jahangir's relationship with the Ottoman Empire was also notable. He admired the sultans and acknowledged their influence, establishing a diplomatic rapport that allowed for trade and mutual respect. This connection helped the Mughal Empire flourish, economically and culturally, as they exchanged art, literature, and military tactics. However, not all relations were peaceful. Jahangir faced challenges from the Uzbeks in Central Asia and the Portuguese in the Indian Ocean. His attempts to curb Portuguese influence involved military confrontations, as he sought to protect Mughal interests in trade and maritime routes. Jahangir's military campaigns against the Uzbeks demonstrated his determination to assert Mughal dominance in the region. Jahangir's reign came to an end in 1627, marking the close of a significant chapter in Mughal history. His death in Lahore was a moment of both sorrow and reflection, as the empire faced challenges immediately thereafter. Jahangir's legacy is often defined by his patronage of the arts and his unique approach to governance, which blended personal indulgence with a keen sense of justice. He cultivated an environment where artists thrived and produced remarkable works, most importantly, in painting. Jahangir's love for nature and vivid imagery found expression in the exquisite Mughal miniatures, which continue to inspire admiration. He also encouraged architectural advancements, contributing to the iconic structures that still stand today. Moreover, Jahangir's personal life, marked by his tumultuous relationship with his wife Nur Jahan, reflects the complexities of his rule. Nur Jahan wielded significant influence, shaping both politics and culture during his reign. Their partnership is often viewed as a pivotal element in the Mughal court. However, his later years were marred by political strife and struggles within the royal family. The power dynamics shifted, leading to increased tensions that would eventually impact the empire's stability. The influence of Jahangir's reign extended well beyond his own lifetime, shaping the policies and aspirations of future Mughal emperors. His commitment to the arts and his patronage of culture set a precedent that later rulers sought to emulate. Jahangir's love for painting not only enriched Mughal art, but also encouraged his successors to support artistic endeavors, leading to a flourishing cultural legacy. Moreover, Jahangir's approach to governance, which emphasized a balance between authority and justice, influenced emperors like Shah Jahan. Jahangir's efforts to maintain peace and stability through effective administration inspired future rulers to prioritize diplomatic relations and conflict resolution, contributing to the Mughal Empire's longevity. His interactions with foreign emissaries also paved the way for future emperors to engage with the world beyond India. Jahangir's openness to international diplomacy encouraged successors to strengthen trade relations and cultural exchanges. This global awareness enhanced the empire's economic standing and cultural richness. However, Jahangir's struggles with addiction and familial discord served as cautionary tales for later emperors. The lessons learned from his challenges prompted successors to adopt stricter self-discipline and maintain unity within the royal family, ultimately seeking to avoid the pitfalls that plagued Jahangir's rule. While examining Jahangir's reign, historians often interpret his legacy through various lenses, highlighting both the artistic flourishing and the personal challenges he faced. Some scholars emphasize his contributions to the Mughal court's cultural landscape, noting the significant advancements in painting, architecture, and literature. They argue that Jahangir's patronage of artists and poets helped cultivate a unique Indo-Persian style that blended diverse influences. This perspective showcases him as a ruler who valued creativity and intellectualism, positioning his court as a center of artistic innovation. Conversely, other historians focus on Jahangir's tumultuous personal life, including his struggles with addiction and the impact of his relationships on governance. They argue that his dependence on opium and alcohol often hindered his decision-making, leading to internal strife within the empire. This interpretation paints a more complex picture of Jahangir, suggesting that his personal challenges overshadowed some of his accomplishments. Moreover, interpretations also vary regarding his policies toward religious tolerance and his interactions with various faiths. Some view him as a progressive ruler who embraced diversity and sought to foster harmony among different religious communities. Others contend that his actions, particularly against certain sects, reveal a more complicated relationship with pluralism. Ultimately, historians' interpretations of Jahangir's reign reflect the multifaceted nature of his legacy, encompassing both the splendor of his artistic patronage and the darker shadows of his personal struggles. Each perspective contributes to a richer understanding of this enigmatic Mughal emperor. As Jahangir ascended to the throne, he transformed the Mughal court into a vibrant hub of artistic expression and innovation. His reign marked a significant evolution in Mughal art, characterized by a blend of Persian influences and indigenous styles. Jahangir's passion for painting led to the commissioning of numerous works that showcased both realism and intricate detail. His artists often captured the natural world with remarkable precision, portraying flora and fauna that reflected his keen interest in nature. Iconography during Jahangir's rule took on a unique character, emphasizing both the emperor's divine authority and his connection to the natural world. He often commissioned portraits that depicted him in a semi-divine light, highlighting his role as a ruler chosen by the heavens. These images frequently included symbolic elements, such as the presence of a lion or falcon, representing strength and nobility. Jahangir's fascination with the ephemeral beauty of life also found expression in his art, as seen in the portrayal of court scenes filled with delicate flowers and serene landscapes. Furthermore, the Mughal court became a melting pot for diverse artistic influences, attracting artists from various regions. This cross-cultural exchange enriched the visual language of the time, leading to the emergence of distinctive styles that celebrated both the grandeur of the empire and the intricacies of everyday life. How does Jahangir's legacy continue to resonate in modern times? His influence is palpable in various aspects of art, architecture, and culture that thrive today. As a patron of the arts, Jahangir's commitment to aesthetics transformed Mughal painting and inspired countless artists. His unique style blended Persian influences with indigenous themes, creating a rich tapestry that still captivates art enthusiasts. Galleries around the world showcase Mughal miniatures, reminding us of Jahangir's artistic vision. In literature, Jahangir's memoirs, the Tusk-e-Jahangiri, continue to be studied for their insights into Mughal court life and governance. Scholars and historians analyze his accounts, drawing parallels to modern leadership. His struggles with addiction and personal challenges resonate with many, making him a relatable figure even centuries later. Finally, Jahangir's legacy lives on in cultural festivals and heritage sites across India and beyond. Tourists flock to places like Fatehpur Sikri, where they can witness the architectural marvels built during his reign. Jahangir's story, filled with creativity, complexity, and humanity, remains relevant, inviting new generations to explore and appreciate the richness of Mughal history. Jahangir's legacy as a Mughal emperor endures through his commitment to justice, artistic patronage, and religious tolerance. His reign not only fostered a vibrant cultural landscape, but also set a precedent for future rulers to follow. Despite personal struggles, Jahangir's influence shaped the Mughal Empire and left an indelible mark on history. Today, his contributions to art and architecture continue to inspire admiration, ensuring that Jahangir will always be remembered as a pivotal figure in India's rich heritage.